Hi, everyone. Welcome to our time of devotion and prayer in the middle of the week. I hope you all are hanging in there. Today, what I wanted to share with you comes from a conversation that I had with my spiritual director. Maybe lots of you have heard of spiritual direction, but if you haven't, it's sort of like you go talk to somebody for an hour about once a month or so, and they help you explore where you see God active in your life. I do this. It's a great thing for anyone to do, but I do it because I know it's good for pastors to have their own pastor as well. So she is mine, or one of mine. Anyway, in our conversation, she was asking me about this really important conversation that I had, and I was talking about what a wonderful conversation it was and how it helped me remember who I really am. I felt like this conversation just brought me back to myself. Of course, I always know who I am. I know what I value and what's important to me, but in the course of daily life, there can be some drift. You can let other people's opinions get in there sometimes. You can let the weight of people's expectations affect you. You can let the culture have an impact on, your inner thoughts and desires and your actions. And it can be so wonderful sometimes when you just come back to center, come back to a knowing of who you are and what you value and what you care about. And that conversation did that for me. And it got me thinking about this time of quarantine, staying at home and at home and at home and at home some more. And how life being so different can cause us to kind of drift away from a sense of who we are. Because we're not in our normal places, we're not in our normal routines, we're not experiencing a lot of the things that we normally experience. Life is just different. And we can end up feeling different in our own skin. We can feel like we have drifted a bit away from who we are, who we normally feel that we are. So my question for you this week is, what are the things that help you remember who you are? What are the things that bring you back to yourself? And I'll share a couple of examples. So for me, my husband Brian and I have a Tuesday night tradition. One of our favorite singers, Josh Ritter, does one of those live Instagram videos where he sings songs and plays his guitar. And those songs help me remember who I am. He sang our wedding song, and some of his songs we sing to our kids every night before bed. And so being able to sit in front of the computer and hear him play some songs every week, it brings us back to who we are, and brings us back a little bit of joy that we have maybe been missing some of these days stuck at home. Or I wonder, if there are friends in your life that help you remember who you are. The people that get you like no one else does. And just wondering if today or this week might be a good time to reach out to them to reconnect. I hope all of us can connect with who we really are in all time, not just in this quarantine, but who we are, in normal life, whatever normal life is. I wish that for you today, because it is a wonderful, wonderful feeling. Today I want to end our time with a couple of prayers. This is a poem, really, and lots of you all will know this is from John O'Donohue. This book is To Bless the Space Between Us. And this poem is called For Absence. And gosh, aren't we all experiencing absence these days? He writes this: May you know that absence is alive with hidden presence, that nothing is ever lost or forgotten. May the absences in your life grow full of eternal echo. May you sense around you the secret elsewhere where the presences that have left you dwell. May you be generous in your embrace of loss. May the sore well of grief turn into a seamless flow of presence. May your compassion reach out to the ones we never hear from. May you have the courage to speak for the excluded ones. May you become the gracious and passionate subject of your own life. May you not disrespect your mystery through brittle words or false belonging. May you be embraced by God, in whom dawn and twilight are one. May your longing inhabit its dreams within the great belonging. Amen. We all have longing these days, don't we? Longing for life to get back to normal, longing to be together. So I love that line about our longings being part of the great belonging that is God. And then one final blessing, and this one is from J. Philip Newell, and is shorter. O sun behind all suns, O soul within all souls, grant me the grace of the dawn's glory, grant me the strength of the sun's rays, that I may be well in my own soul and part of the world's healing this day, that I may be well in my own soul and part of the world's healing this day. May we all be well in our souls, and may we all be part of the world's healing. Amen.